Day 100. So yesterday we talked about a quote of God never being late. I looked for it and I couldn't really find the one was that I had seen. So we're kind of stuck with me just communicating it like I did, unfortunately. So the universe, source, God, however you want to communicate it as such, might not be early, but it's never late. Now, as humans, we have a time frame that we think is mandatory, a sense of sequences that we want to happen. And we put a lot of mental energy towards that. We say a lot about, it must be this way. We say things like, it never was meant to be that way. We say, I want it now, etc. Well, the reality is, um, nature doesn't run on your time. Nature runs on its own time. And things happen when they were meant to. And they happen when the energy is right for it to happen. So that's when God shows, when the energy is right. So we're 124 days into, we're 100 days into my 124-day challenge to myself. And that first video, I made a real serious intention that I was done and that I wanted my life to never be the same. And I set a goal for myself, not even knowing what that goal was, but that I was going to change my life and I was going to do it before I turned, 43, and that this was the year and I was no longer going to deal with it. And throughout that journey, we have seen over these past 100 days what I have changed based on how I could document it. Now, obviously, I feel I didn't put, that daily recording that I wanted to, but I do feel that that actually would have been more of a distractor to what I was really trying to accomplish, which was for me. So I documented the days I needed to, and I just kept moving forward. And throughout that, you could say I had a revelation myself as I've watched my world transform. I've watched who I am and what I am become more evident to myself. Recently, I was talking to someone about my biggest joy. Well, my biggest joy is I found myself. And I found myself at a completely different level that I didn't know I could even obtain or was aware of. And that makes me happy. So today kind of marks a milestone in that I'm not sure where I'll be in the next less than a month now for that, my birthday. But I do know that the opportunity that has been finally provided to me that even came early, it didn't come just in time, it came early. But it came early because the energy, because of who I was being and how I was approaching myself on a daily basis. I was able to get in alignment with that energy and attract that opportunity. And I'm going to be in the sequence of figuring out what this opportunity means to me. And I'm putting no expectations. In fact, I've learned over the past many years, especially over the past 100 days, not to put expectations to it. I'm not going to put timelines to it. I'm not going to put fears to it. I'm not going to put anything into it but an intention that I continue to move forward into it and continue to find ways to work with that energy. But I can say that based on the start of this, it definitely changes my life. And it changes my life in a way that was, in some, I guess, level, that what I wanted. Um, it changes my life so dramatically that it's astounding. And it actually solidifies the belief that I have about what I'm doing. and the belief that I have about how I communicate my experience of reality and my way of looking. Um, it just reinforces that belief. And we've talked about the world echoing back what you believe. And in this case, what I believe is being echoed back. And it's not a negative connotation, it's a positive one. It's one that really reinforces it. Now, I need to be careful not to take it to an extreme and always balance it, but it is a good positive, and I'm very excited and um, most importantly, grateful. Just grateful for this change and what it means to me, and how 100 days ago I would have never thought. I had the intention and I believed and I hoped and I prayed, but it's here, and we'll see how it grows and what it turns into. Like I said, no expectations, just gratitude for where I find myself. And so for yourself, wherever you are and wherever you see yourself, don't put timelines on it, and don't get disappointed if what you want doesn't show. But be grateful for what it is, and know that based on wherever you are in an energetic, what is showing you is what it's meant to show, what's meant to be there. And your dreams will show. They're never late. They just might not always be on that timeline that you see. So we'll see how this plays out for me, and I'll continue to give updates. It's because I really want to see where I am in the next, few days, a few weeks until my birthday. And I hope this helps, and I hope this gives you hope, and I hope this just shows you that everything is attainable when you put your mind to it, and you have the right mindset. Good night.